Nate Bowe was a feral child. It's pretty obvious, but he's come a long way. He now walks on two legs instead of scampering around on all fours, finally. Let's see how he does. Leading the roast of our past three club presidents in this week's Table Topics, raised by wolves, fed to lions, and sold down the river only to wash up on the riverbank like a rotting piece of animal excrement that he is. Please give a warm welcome to April's biggest fool of all, Table Topics Master, Roast Master, Nate Bowe.
Great intro. Where'd you learn to read like that? Mathnasium? Okay, on to our table topics where we roast our past three presidents, starting with DTM Blake Smith. He may not win an Academy Award for his Southern Gentleman impression, however, he has won many awards here at Toastmasters. Toastmaster Stephen Mangold, will you do your best impression of Blake Smith's Southern barbecue-eating gentleman?
Well, good morning, Toastmasters.
Morning.
I haven't been here long, so Blake and I don't have much history together, but he's got more history behind him to make up for all of that. And I'm going to use the word ridicule. Please don't ridicule the ridiculous way that I threw it in there. I'm not good at Southern accents, so I am going to have trouble doing Blake's accent.
That's $10.
I'm gonna get that for you.
Mr. Point of Order.
So I am going to recuse myself from that ridiculous suggestion.
DTM Blake Smith got stitches in his head recently after an alleged fall. Toastmaster Ty Patton. ATM Toastmaster Ty Patton. Are the rumors true that he was butting heads with goats at the zoo?
Thank you for that wonderful topic. You know, Table Topics it's actually a practice in taking the most nonsensical topics and trying to make sense of them. Good example. And I gotta tell you, our buddy, Blake Smith, he is just the finest gentleman you can ever want to see. I mean, we attended the memorial service just this past Tuesday afternoon, and he said the most gracious things about a gentleman that possibly some of you know. And one of those things that he did not do, to his, I guess you'd say to his accomplishment, is that he did not, I want to stress that, he did not ridicule the dead. 91-year-old Jimmy served many people throughout his life. And when Blake Smith got up to give his eulogy, it was second to none. And I thank you for that honor.
Blake says he's retired, yet I'm seeing him selling ads for chicken. Toastmaster Roy Shear, what fast food giant do you suppose you've been selling chicken for, and why?
Well, let me offer some preliminary thoughts before we get to the boiled egg over here. Blake started out with quite a handicap. He had to wear hand-me-downs. Sure, a lot of us, that's not a bad thing, wearing hand-me-downs if you have to. The problem was Blake had 4 older sisters. I asked Blake's Teresa, wife,
Keep my wife's name.
is Blake still the dynamic man that you married? And she said, well, I have to admit he's aged a lot, and just like an old chest. Varnish is peeling, and the drawers seem to be sagging. Before Blake became virtuous, he went to listen to a sermon. And the pastor said, there are 65 kinds of sins. Later, Blake came up to the pastor and said, I'd like to see the list. Good man, Blake, good man, the leader. And we respect everything you did to save this club. You had a tough go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Looks like the red light's on.
Yes.
And
It's been on. It's been on.
I'd like to turn it back to Jordan Kemper. I'll be back.